Hi there, my name is Michelle Fitzgerald and I work as a professional intuitive. I started developing my intuition about 30 years ago, and my goal today is to share with you 3 incredibly easy ways for you to start developing your own intuition. So let's get started. Number 1, I'm going to recommend that you teach yourself how to dowse. Dowsing is an intuitive method of finding hidden objects and information on just about anything you can imagine. What differentiates dowsing from other intuitive methods is that the dowser typically uses a tool of some sort to act as an amplifier and readout device, or to help them get a readout of the intuitive information that they receive when they ask their dowsing question. Now, very common dowsing tools, I've brought a couple here today. One is a pendulum, and you may have seen a pendulum before. They're very popular. Many people use them today. Another popular dowsing tool is called an L-rod, and this is an example of an L-rod. It's just usually a little piece of metal. You can make these out of coat hangers. This is a more kind of sophisticated one. Not really, if you could ever call a tool like this sophisticated, but this is a little fancier than most of the ones that I use. Usually I just clip a hanger in half, but this has got a nice little copper sleeve on it, and you can hold the sleeve to get nice smooth movement of the rod. You'll program yourself to, when you get a little signal, the rod will move one way for a yes, one way for a no. You can count, you can do all kinds of things, get measurements with simple tools like this through the art of dowsing. The reason I love dowsing is that it's just incredibly easy to learn how to do it. You can teach yourself how to dowse in 10 minutes or less. I taught myself how to dowse 25 years ago in 10 minutes or less, and it's still that easy to teach people how to do it. But you can easily teach yourself how to dowse. The other reason I love it is that it is incredibly practical. There are hundreds of useful applications of dowsing. I've used dowsing to choose the right and perfect veterinarian for my dogs and cats. I've used dowsing to choose healthcare practitioners for myself, to determine which is the best house to purchase out of 10 different choices. I've made archaeological discoveries with dowsing. I've used it to find and interpret archaeological sites, which is one of my hobbies. So it's almost endless, the uses that you can apply the simple dowsing intuitive skill of dowsing for. So if you'd like to teach yourself how to dowse, visit my website at sedonaportal.com. And on there you're going to see a dowsing section. You can click on that and you can go through a free dowsing lesson. Teach yourself how to do this. There's also a link on there that'll show you 101 very practical applications of dowsing, so you can see some of the many ways that you can turn this into a highly beneficial tool for your everyday life, to help yourself and even to help other people if you want to do that. So that's number 1. Number 2 method of developing your intuition, incredibly easy, is to start practicing intuitive guessing. Intuitive guessing is where you make an intuitive inquiry and then you just simply guess the answer. But if you want to develop this skill, the intuition, you need to guess at things that you can actually, that are actually measurable, that you could get some kind of a verification later that your intuitive guess was actually right. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of exercises today that will help you, intuitive guessing exercises, that will help you cultivate a particular type of intuition, and that's clairvoyance. Like dowsing, clairvoyance is a wonderfully useful tool. You can figure out many simple ways to use it in everyday applications. So here's the simple exercises to develop clairvoyance. Clairvoyance, by the way, is where the readout, unlike what the dowser's doing, where they get a readout with their little dowsing tool, with these little neuromuscular responses in the body, what the clairvoyant is doing, and when they get the feedback that way, is they're getting the answer in the form of images, or either moving pictures. I'm highly clairvoyant, and I will very often see moving pictures, almost like I'm watching a movie, but there isn't actually a movie there. I'm seeing it in my mind. Or still images. The answer might come in the form of a still image. So here's some easy ways to open the pathways within yourself to start getting more and more intuitive information in the form of images and inner visions, whole moving picture visions. Get a box of crayons, one of those really fun big box of color crayons. Close your eyes and just pick a crayon, just one crayon. See with your inner vision if you can see the color of the crayon. And you can do this every day. It will take you 5 seconds or less, and that simple little exercise, you'll be surprised how often you get it right, and that simple little exercise will help build confidence and again open the channels for inner visioning. Another fun exercise is to use your mailbox. When you walk out to get the mail every day, peer into the mailbox with your inner vision, X-ray vision, and see if you can count, see if you can see how many envelopes are in the mailbox. See if you can see the colors of the envelopes in the mailbox. You can even try to peer closely and see if you can see any of the names on the envelopes. So you can practice in several different ways with the information that's enclosed in a mailbox, and that's a great measurable tool to cultivate, that you can use to cultivate clairvoyance. Third method that I'm going to recommend that you use that's incredibly easy for cultivating your intuition is to start an insights journal. An insights journal is a terrific tool. And basically what you're going to do with this is you're simply going to start cataloging all those gut feelings, little psychic nudges, hunches that we all get. You're going to start cataloging the successful hunches that you get. When you have a gut instinct or hunch about something that pans out to be true, write it down in your insights journal. What's going to happen in a very short period of time is you're going to find that that insights journal, it could be just a notebook or a formal diary, if you want to go buy yourself a formal diary, but you're going to find that that insights journal is just loaded with information, accurate, intuitive guesses or hunches that you've made very, very quickly. It's going to fill up. What that's going to do is it's going to cultivate incredible confidence. I believe that everyone is intuitive, and most people are really intuitive, far more intuitive than they would ever imagine, but they simply don't pay attention. It's very easy to, especially, kind of the way that we've been trained in society to overlook, in standard conventional society, to overlook those natural intuitive abilities. But if you'll start paying close attention to how often intuition is naturally occurring for you, how often you get intuitive information that you're just overlooking, you'll be just amazed, and you will stop overlooking it. And when you stop overlooking it, you can begin to really harness it and direct it in a way that is highly beneficial both for you and for other people. So there you have it. 3 incredibly easy ways to start developing your intuition. Number 1, teach yourself how to dowse. Number 2, start practicing intuitive guessing with the simple exercises that I gave you. Number 3, start an insights journal to help you build confidence in your natural intuitive abilities. Hope that was helpful today, and thanks for watching.